Welcome everyone to the games pickup video for April 2023, and the month of April, in terms of the quantity of pickups, was slow. I only got 3 things, but the 3 things I got, well, they're very special to me. 2 of them actually play into each other, and the third one, I didn't really need, but I did at the same time. We're going to go into that when we get to it. Now, the first game we're going to talk about is a Nintendo Switch game, and it's a collection I've been asking for a very long time. Now, this series was my favorite thing about the Game Boy Advance, and when Capcom was remastering or re-releasing the collections of the other sub-series of this character, I had been telling all my friends I really just wanted this to come out. I didn't think they were ever going to do it, because I guess Capcom, in my head, thought the demand wouldn't have been so high, and then they announced it. And the day they announced it, I was hyped. The day I was able to pre-order it, I was hyped. And holding it in my hands right now, well, I'm pretty damn hyped. It's the Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection. Now, I know I've mentioned this in the game pickup videos in the past about how much I've just been waiting for this. The Battle Network games were my favorite thing about the Game Boy Advance, as I kind of alluded to moments ago, and it was really what brought me into Mega Man. Now, growing up, I had Legends 1 and 2. I still have those same copies of Legends 1 and 2, and I love them. First Mega Man game I played from the classic series was Mega Man 8, and it made me hate the original Mega Man series because I sucked at platforming. I sucked at Mega Man 8. So when Mega Man Legends came, and it was kind of a very big, like, RPG-ish kind of game, I loved it. When I first played Battle Network and it had those story elements where it was kind of like living in your own town, you know, jacking into the computers, it was all cyberspace, me being a tech nerd, I loved it. And now I can finally play these games again. Not to say that I wasn't able to, because I still own all my original cartridges, but to play these on the Switch, well, it's going to be fun, and I'm going to love every bit of it. It's funny because I wanted to say it's going to be cool playing them on like a big TV, but on the GameCube, I have a Game Boy player. And as a kid, when I got the Game Boy player, I distinctively remember playing Battle Network 2 and 3 on my TV. So it's going to be a trip down memory lane in that aspect. And I mentioned that these first 2 things kind of play into each other. And I was able to finally get my hands on a game that made me buy this console a couple years ago, but the price was always too high, and I ended up getting this for a decent price. Granted, it's loose, it's not complete in box. I would have loved complete in box, but to have this in my hands is amazing. And that's Rockman EX for the Wonder Swan. Now, the Wonder Swan, for many people who don't know, is a Japanese-only console that was released by Bandai, designed by Gunpei Yokoi. It was kind of a rival to the Game Boy. It really didn't sell all that well. But when I was a Battle Network nerd as a kid, I had heard about this game. I had seen videos of this game, and it looked like a 2D version of Network Transmission for the GameCube. And I always said if I was going to get a Wonder Swan, this would be the game that would make me buy the Wonder Swan. And I bought my Wonder Swan back in 2020. And the game never was in a decent price until now, so I couldn't say no. Now, the last item, as I mentioned, I didn't really need, but at the same time I did. And it's the Tears of the Kingdom OLED Switch. Now, I have a Nintendo Switch. You guys know that I've had my Switch since the day it launched, a launch model. Did I need a new Switch? Short answer, no. But let's dive into that, because if you change that question a little bit and you ask me, did I need a special edition Tears of the Kingdom OLED Switch? Well, very quickly that answer turns to yes. Now, there's a few reasons I wanted this. Aside from the fact that it just looks beautiful, this literally just got delivered like 5 minutes ago by Amazon, and I wanted to put this out tonight before I set this up. And I guess kind of retire my old Switch, because I've already moved the dock into another room, because the OLED Switch and the original docks are like cross-compatible from what I've read. Now, I would have never felt the need to buy an OLED Switch. I was perfectly fine with my regular model Switch because I don't play in handheld mode all that much, right? But seeing this design and everything for Tears of the Kingdom, it made me want it. And, you know, having the 7-inch screen versus a 6.2, this has, I guess the new battery life is like 4.5 hours to 9 hours, which was like a version 2 Switch upgrade because they did like redesign the Switch a little bit and do like a refresh for the hardware a couple years into the lifespan. The original model Switch, I think, is like rated for like 2 to 6 hours. So having the bigger battery life is going to be cool. The design is going to be cool. And what really also sold me on this was I got my Switch launch day. What was a launch game for the Switch? Breath of the Wild. Tears of the Kingdom's coming out. This came out. It made sense. And also, the first ever collector's edition or limited edition version of a video game I got was Skyward Sword for the Wii. Hence, you know, still having the Skyward Sword Wiimote. So, if I was ever going to buy like a new system or a collector's edition that I didn't really need, because the hype for Tears of the Kingdom, especially for me being a Zelda fan, is very high, mentally it kind of justified the purchase, let's be honest. So guys, that was the month of April. I'm excited to kind of play around with all these, especially to finally turn my WonderSwan on also, because I bought it and I literally never have turned it on. But to have the Battle Network collection, to get the Tears of the Kingdom OLED Switch, these things, you know, sometimes when the month is slow in terms of the amount of things you buy, the quality is what matters. Remember that, guys. So thank you all for tuning in for the April 2023 Games Pickup video. What do you think about this month's pickups, guys? Until next time, I will catch you later. Stay happy, stay healthy. As always, see ya. Bye.